by sliding and avoiding the big hit. Double plus, big-time play.
And strong running there as he's inside the 10 and down to the 8-yard line. Well, when the passing game wasn't working last Thursday night, the running game was. Latavius Murray up over 100 yards. It's interesting, only his second 100-yard performance this year, but he has hit pay dirt 12 times.
He does run with a purpose when he handles the football, and I think a lot of that stems from the question marks in the offseason always revolved around Oakland's running game. Who would be the primary ball carrier? And he kept saying, I've been here for a while. I'm going to be. And he proves it with each carry.
And he'll bang that one through. Now Janikowski following the score. He'll boot this one away. Fozzie Whitaker now on the return. And he'll get it up to about the 26-yard line just across the 25. Here's the Carolina offense as they get ready to take over here. And following the interception, we'll see what they can put together on this drive.
I can hear my old college coach right now. He always used to tell us before every game, the team making the fewest mistakes will win. What they're hoping is that that last mistake is their only one of the game.
Coaches, that's all they talk about, turnovers, right?
Minimizing those and maximizing opportunities.
That one good for 16, and the drive will continue.
And when you're playing a quarterback with some experience and some moxie, you enter the danger zone when you decide to blitz him, because if he's able to diagnose as he did on that play, he can hurt you downfield.
He reads defenses so well, doesn't he?
He really does, and the best part about that play for him, I don't think that was his primary target.
I don't think so either.
I think he had the read, figured out where the blitz was coming from, and went to a secondary target for a really nice game.
Jonathan Stewart, week 14, a touchdown, 66 yards. And, you know, earlier I asked you about Cam Newton and some of his struggles. You mentioned the O-line. Well, Jonathan Stewart had some injury time earlier this season as well. That didn't help things.
Did not help at all, because running backs establish a rhythm. You know, week to week, they build on that, as well as understanding what their offensive linemen like to do. And with the number of guys that have been in and out of the lineup, the changes they've had, it's made for a disappointing season on the ground for Jonathan Stewart, although he does have 8 touchdowns rushing.
Offense comes to the line now, 1st and 10. A play fake to Stewart. It's Newton. He's going to hit his man out of the backfield, complete. Give him 10 yards on that one, and that'll earn him a fresh set of downs.
Brandon, more and more offenses are going to the philosophy of using every inch of the field to try and spread things out. And when you're running back and catch the ball as well, that can only help your offense.
On 1st and 10, Newton. It's brought in right side by Ginn. And he's brought down. 16 yards to the 16 and a first down. Red zone opportunity. Possible run anticipation here as the D-line sandwiches together. And now the passing game here in the second quarter starting to heat up a little bit.
Don't you feel the rhythm starting to happen?
And he's got it. Touchdown, Panthers. Greg Olsen. A 16-yard touchdown. And the Panthers are now an extra point away from tying up this game. A post to the tight end for 6. Gosh, those guys are so tough to cover, aren't they? Just in general, tight ends running those patterns near the goal line.
Because you have to decide how you want to treat them. Are they a wide receiver? Are they a big extra blocker on the field? Or are they a hybrid and caught in between? So are you going to use a linebacker? Are you going to use a safety? Are you going to even move a corner in if you're going to play nickel or dime defense? They usually win those matchups because they have an answer for all 3 of those positions.
On 1st and 10, here's Carr. And now this is intercepted. My goodness. And he will bring this one back. It's a pick 6 for a Panther touchdown. Short throw pick 6 right there. Those linebackers, they love when those short throws come and those eyes get real wide, don't they?
How about the anticipation on the play? Reading, reacting, and then the ability to catch the football and take it in the opposite direction.
So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick 6. And now the kick is away. And a fair catch signaled for and taken successfully. And now Oakland ready to take the field. Now Carr to try again after the pick six. Looking left sideline, incomplete. And Charles, let's switch gears for a second. Big news on Monday. Los Angeles now looking for a new head coach. Could it be a good thing that they make this move now as opposed to at the end of the season?
I think in a lot of ways, yes, because you become the focal point for all people who might be interested in the job. And I think a lot of people will be. It is Los Angeles, great market, but how about the team? Jared Goff, the rookie quarterback. Todd Gurley, the tremendous runner. Aaron Donald on defense, and a heck of a defense around him. A lot of good reasons to be interested in this job.
Carr looking to throw on 3rd and 2. He finds Roberts, complete. And he's got enough for the first across midfield to the 48. So he makes the grab and the chains move forward.
Nice job by the offensive line, giving them time to complete that first down pass.
One receiver to the left is Cooper. Carr now on 1st down. And there is Amari Cooper, his first catch. Now, for Cooper, his 29 yards in Week 14 actually led the Raiders. That's how much they were struggling in the passing game. And, well, he was part of a pretty bizarre play, wasn't he?
And when you start with the yardage on his catches, he had 5 catches in the game. When you start with that game was a clunker for him. But as you alluded to, there was a big-time play. What could have been for he and the Raiders should have been a 78-yard touchdown catch. Was it the wind? Was it the lights? Some people even thought it was a camera wire that got in the way, and he ended up not catching a ball that would have been a huge play for Oakland.
So the run moves the chains, and here we go on 1st down. Into the red zone, it's Carr. And for the 3rd time here in this half, it's intercepted. It's the Pro Bowler Luke Kuechly that picks it. And he'll take it across midfield to the 46-yard line. And onto the field, here come the Panthers. And that last drive, a long drive, but not just that. They had a great air attack going. Do they stick with that?
I would think that they would, because if they were confident enough to do it on the last drive, starting backed up in their own territory, why would you change anything? They've got to be confident about what they're presenting and continue to do so.
Yeah, because the secondary, they really look clueless.
And that was amazing because that drive went and went, no adjustments and no big plays by the defense to knock the ball away.
And with that, it's 2-minute warning time here on the NFL on EA Sports. Looking to jam the receivers at the line here. Press coverage look defensively. And caught left side, Olsen. And he works it to the 30-yard line here, right at the 30. They get 9 out of that one, and as a result, the drive continues.
An ex-teammate used to tell me all the time, I hate experienced quarterbacks because no matter what, you really can't hide what you're doing. And I think that right there, he knew right away where the blitz was coming from, where his primary guy was going to be, and he would end up going to a secondary target for a nice game.
I was just going to ask you, that wasn't the primary target. He's so good at that, isn't he?
I think he knew right away that he wasn't going to get to his primary guy. I think he read that as soon as he got to the line of scrimmage, knew where the pressure was going to come from, and said, I know how to beat that, and that's what he did.
Escaping the pressure right. And he's just going to throw this one out of bounds here. Nowhere to go with it, incomplete.
It's a tried and true formula, and I don't think it'll change for as long as we play football. If someone's trying to throw the ball and you can put pressure on them and make it tough, that's only going to help your defense.
Yeah, he's since being hurried. He got rid of it before taking the hit, but incomplete. Newton throwing again. This will be caught at about the 5. Only 3 yards on the catch. It's 3rd down. Now whistles, and the Raiders are going to signal for a timeout. It's just their first, so they'll have 2 remaining here before we get to halftime. And the inaugural carry here for Fonzie Whitaker. Only a yard on the pickup there, and it's going to bring up a 4th and goal. Now the Raiders are going to use another timeout here. So that means they're down to 1 remaining here as we head toward halftime. And this one is nope.